So it was pretty chilly. We're actually sitting up on a nice high dune crest now where it's slightly warmer. But at least the air is still. There's not a breath of wind this morning. Yeah, so let's go explore. The meerkats are probably going to get up a little bit later with this cooler weather. So we're just going to amble around, see what we can find in the meantime. And yeah, let's have fun. Go explore this place. We've got some giraffe close by to us as well. What a backdrop to those giraffe, eh? They're wondering why we're out here at this temperature. It's like, yeah, well, I'm just going to carry on eating. Look at that landscape. Beautiful, eh? Can you see the giraffe tucked in away on the left-hand side in amongst the trees? Look how well camouflaged they are, even for an animal that size, eh? Pilashka, the horns on the head, or what we call ossicones, it's not so much used for fighting, but rather, if their eyesight is exceptionally good. And if you look at a smaller animal like an impala or a springbuck, the herds always stay very, very close together, because obviously in thick bush, they've got to be close together to be able to see each other and communicate. But giraffe, when you look at a landscape like this, okay, we've got a small group that are close together now, but they could be really spread out across this landscape. Because they're so tall, they can actually see each other from a long distance away. And those horns on top are actually a really good visual clue from a distance, because the females, the top of those horns or ossicones are covered in hair. The large adult males, the dominant males, are actually bald on top over there. So even at a distance, one giraffe can see another giraffe walking a kilometer or two away and say, okay, there's a giraffe. Okay, that's a big bull. I'm going to avoid him, or I'm going to go closer. Or, okay, that's a herd of females, so I can move closer. So it's a really important visual aid for them. There's some other really interesting theories that have been put forward in terms of the way they communicate using those horns. Some really some interesting, that has never ever had any scientific basis to it or been proven whatsoever. It's primarily a visual cue. And when they fight, you get the males actually wrestling or hitting each other with their necks, and they can hit really, really hard. And very occasionally those horns or ossicones can get damaged in that, but they're not actually used for fighting like antelope horns. It is a magnificent morning out here today. Not a breath of wind. Wow, this is why we love coming out here. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Eh? That is vast and wilderness, and just there to be explored, eh? Well, Yandra and I are going to be defrosting a bit and grabbing a cup of coffee while we amble down the road over here. So I think head over to Ngala and see what the gents down there have got for you.